Dragic is going to get the start once again. Duncan Robinson, Bam Adebayo. Miami controlling the first possession. Dragic, who was so great off the bench last year, is Adebayo with a flat tire, comes up short with an air ball. And now Irving goes to work, and a foul, and score the basket. What a terrific career he is putting together, a Hall of Fame career, the way he is rolling along here. Durant.
Understand who they are and how best to mesh.
Well, Adebayo had a deep, gave it up instead. Late in the clock, Goran Dragic. Behind, Adebayo might have disrupted that shot. Now Vincent, all the way in. The layup is good for players, especially Durant, and even James Harden to some level. You get into the playoffs, if Harden is not having to...
Challenging times indeed, and you're right. We've been waiting for teams to come out the gate.
And Steve Smith joining us. Steve will be with Candace Parker and Ro Parrish.
But Smitty, I'm just curious, all this talk in the Eastern Conference about Brooklyn, about Boston.
That's been their biggest challenge, trying to grind out games the way they want to, because they just haven't had the personnel with all guys.
And Smitty, that was something that you make a great point. Last year, they played that way, because they didn't have the great players. That's exactly how Steve Nash used to dress out in Phoenix. Captured it perfectly.
In this lineup, just to do the dirty work, set picks, set screens, make the game a little ugly, because and push. It puts so much pressure on the defense, because I'm just looking at like
down the floor. He says he's okay. Steve Nash wants a timeout, and Kyrie said no. Nice pass. Oh, and Green. Those are the turnover stories. Miami forces another Brooklyn turnover. Here's Nunn on the take with the right hand.
I love what you said earlier as Brooklyn goes for a 2-for-1 opportunity. Miami, no excuses. That's what they are all about.
Of the injuries, we take a look at Kyrie Irving defensively in the box and one. Adebayo goes to work in the paint. Akala.
And that's what's interesting right there. Olynyk had Kyrie Irving guarding him in the post and opted to go to the three-point line.
And therefore, Miami, the worst rebounding team in the NBA. He's been quiet his last 3 games, has James Harden, after he went from 32 and 34. Adebayo with Harris on a mismatch. Durant comes over to help. Adebayo finds Dragic, who is Dragic. But an unforced error there to give Brooklyn the ball back down 5. It is interesting, Steve Nash, he's accomplished so much in his career. He was content in his post-career. Bullies his way in, leave it for Brown, but was blocked. And now on the run-out, transition 3 for Robinson. Oh, and Adebayo. Mitchell, 3-and-D player that could be available. We'll see. There's a pick by Harden. Harden going all the way in. For Eric Spoelstra as Robinson gives it up. Adebayo for 3. Oh, it hits the window and goes from 3-point range.
And these offensive rebounds giving them up for Brooklyn, just causing so many problems for them, unable to secure the defensive possession.
To Durant. Brooklyn leads by a point.
See how Miami shrinks the floor. Everybody's in the paint, a foot in the paint.
And they clear it out. Green's on him. Picks up his dribble. Back to him. Reset it. None. Brooklyn maintaining their lead. Approaching the 5-minute mark. Low scoring affair. Here's Harden.
James Harden maybe try to find his rhythm on this play.
And here goes Harden all the way in. He scores the layup. Number 1 scoring team in the NBA. They're averaging over 120 a game. They're not going to get director John Bywaters. An entertaining game. It wasn't the prettiest game.